kind of an official Star Wars lingo. And so yeah, right here on screen, it's a little bit of some of the space combat that we have. All the different playsets that are based in the Star Wars franchise portion of Infinity, you actually accept missions on a planet, and then you'll jump in your X-Wing or TIE Fighter or whatever the vehicle is that you have, head into space, you'll do some kind of open world space combat with Star Destroyers, TIE Fighters, and TIE Bombers and all this kind of stuff like coming at you, and then you can actually land on, so we have some like spherical planets, kind of like Ratchet & Clank and Crack in Time, if you remember that. So we have some of those like spherical planets you can do side missions on and then continue off onto other planets. So that's kind of like what I call the connective tissue of all the different missions that you do inside of the Star Wars playsets. But with Twilight of the Republic, it's all about lightsaber combat, and it's all about, you know, being like a totally badass Jedi. And so we actually signed Ninja Theory, who worked on Enslaved, Devil May Cry, and Heavenly Sword, to come in and lend their expertise to our combat system to make lightsaber combat totally awesome. And so hopefully, based on the footage that everyone right now that's watching on Twitch can see, it's actually pretty cool. The guys at Lucasfilm, by the way, are pretty excited about it. So I consider that like the standard, right? Like if they think it's cool, then we must have done something right. So yeah, so that's the Twilight of the Republic playset. The other thing that we're showing here at E3 is Rise Against the Empire. So this playset is set during episodes 4, 5, and 6. And we retell iconic moments from those films, but kind of in like a fun, humorous, whimsical type of way. Cool. That's really good for kids and family. Because like ultimately, at the end of the day, we're kids and family games. We want to kind of keep the tone light and fun, but at the same time deliver a really compelling experience. So this particular playset, you start off on Tatooine. You'll be doing the isn't that awesome? and then you'll be headed off to do like other things like the Battle of Yavin. You're going to go to Hoth and do some rebel base building, and off to Endor to hang out with the Ewoks and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, this is the playset. This is why I say like this is the playset you and I would love, right? Because we grew up with episodes 4, 5, and 6, and it's a great way for moms and dads to introduce the Star Wars that we know to our kids.
Oh, that's true.
So one cool thing that we actually announced at the Sony's keynote was Boba Fett.
Yay! We all love Boba Fett.
Check that out?
Oh, I have not seen it yet, but I think we get to see it, right?
Yeah.
I'm really excited. And oh, look at him right there.
Yeah, there he goes.
So you mentioned lightsaber combat. What kind of combat are we going to see from Boba Fett?
So Boba Fett has his jetpack, and without giving out like too much, of course, his blasters, well, you can see on screen right now, but he is actually a very dynamic character that I actually think feels a little bit like some of the Marvel characters that we have, a little bit almost like Iron Man, because he has his flight ability, also has blasters to do range combat as well. So we announced at the Sony keynote that Boba Fett is coming apart inside of what we're calling the exclusive Star Wars Saga starter pack. So that's going to come with Twilight of the Republic, that's going to come with Rise Against the Empire, and it's going to come with Boba Fett. And
so you get it all.
Yeah, and so that's exclusive for PlayStation players at launch. So it's pretty cool. And then, by the way, I brought some figures here.
I was excited about this, and then when I saw these figures that you have here, I geeked out. Full geek out mode. Can you show?
They've done kind of these standard 3-hit combos. Now they actually have totally new functionality because all of the combat stuff that Ninja Theory wrote into the engine became a system-wide upgrade, and so all those older characters now feel fresh again, and things like, Carl's cane from Up, which we have in the game. Now if you ever want to see what that's like, air juggling and attacking people, that now you can. Delivering the fantasies everyone's always wanted in interactive entertainment.
That's great. So and you can, as a character, you can combine different weapons, right? You can actually have
so you can do things. Sure, you can dual wield for sure, and then any character can pick up any item or pick up each other. And
oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, from a mechanics perspective, I think that's one thing. If you're a game developer, like it's actually pretty sophisticated for what we're doing for a kids and family game.
Right.
The characters are so expressive in their move sets, and they really do a lot of stuff, and they also feel very different. I mean, a character like Iron Man is going to behave a lot different than a character like Hulk, who's going to behave a lot different than
feedback and things like that.
All the time.
How has that impacted the game?
Oh, crazy. So basically, we created the toy box mode. So for those of you guys that are watching or listening, that's the kind of the other side of Disney Infinity. We have these play sets that tell these great original stories that you can play, and then we have the toy box mode that's kind of like Minecraft meets Disney. So you can build and create and then upload and share those things online. And the thing was that when we put that in there, we were like, we need a cool way to be able to surface this content and celebrate it. So we started initially by doing podcasts like, you know, hey, we went through and checked out all the coolest toy boxes this week, and these are the ones that we think are awesome and we want to share